Good evening and welcome to this sort of double episode, not of Duels, but, well, single episode Duels and multiple episode, I guess, version of some Winning Lines Later. I don't often do these sorts of mixed bag kind of streams, but it makes sense because we've only got the one Truel to play out this evening. But we do have potentially up to 4 duels to play out over this entire week. It might end up being 3, depending on how the situation is with Dupliss, but that's kind of out of our hands due to the pandemic that has been declared. So yeah, not really much else we can do about that if that's going to start causing some scheduling issues. But hey, we just have to deal with it and work with it.
Stay safe, everyone, and keep us
absolutely stay safe, everyone. That's all we can ask for. Say hello to everybody in chat there. Hello there, Cookie Monkey. Short Circuit, welcome. Connor, Kazvez, Score Count, of course. Hello there. Hello, the Panda. Hello, Samster. Hello, Dupliss, Line TK, Cetra, AM in the PM, Jerry, Matt the Ref. Hello there as well. Dr. Mummy, Dazarino, Warlix, thank you for the host. Tipster, I think, was a hoster as well. Agnes, hello, Agnes. Ninja Warrior Boy, hello there, and JSAC, and Toshi, and Applecast, and Random Zombie, and no previously on Duel tonight because I did not have enough time to prepare a previously on Duel, so you will get that.
Preparing other things for tonight.
There were other things I was fixing in the midst of that. Thanks for the host there, Toshi.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And you'll probably get the previously on Duel on the Friday episode, so because I'll have some time on Thursday to do stuff. But yes, I have hopefully, fingers crossed, fixed the Wonderwall in Winning Lines. I don't know if I fixed the camera blur thing because I don't know how the hell that's happening. There's nothing in the post-processing stack that does any blur of, for like depth of field or anything. So I don't know where that comes from.
It's someone clearly getting the cleaning solution and the Vaseline mixed up.
Clearly, yes. So we'll just have to hope that the blur doesn't happen. But at least that is only a graphical technical issue, not a I'm failing to pick the right number of questions issue, which is what was happening with Wonderwall.
I mean, the blue blur is good, Jahuska, but not that other kind of blur. Yeah,
some of the bloom that I have in there is nice because it makes the neon actually look like neon rather than just like it's not neon. But anyway, that's for later. We've got some duel stuff first, and I might as well introduce you formally now, Scorecount. Welcome, Scorecount.
Good evening.
How are you doing this evening?
Decent. I had not done earlier, but I'm over it now.
Okay, fair enough. And Matt, how are you doing?
Evening, Ash. Evening, everybody. Yeah, I'm really good. Looking forward to a busy week full of.
I heard that as well, Scorecount. I heard that weird sentence fragment because I say something slightly different there. But I understand what you meant. Don't worry, Matt. If someone clips that, you'll be able to understand our particular reasoning of what you said and how it came out in a slightly weird sentence fragment. Anyway,
I'm really worried now.
Don't worry about it, Matt. Don't worry about it, Matt.
Agnes also caught what we're like.
Yeah, Agnes caught it. Yeah, and so did Panda. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm really good looking. You didn't really have a comma or a semicolon in between good and looking, so you just said I'm really good looking. I mean, you might be really good looking. Just sort of being self-declaratory of how good looking you are, but.
Oh yeah, Panda's just dropped. Oh dear.
Anyway, good lookingness aside, are you looking forward to this evening?
I am very excited about the Troll, not just tonight, but all this week.
All this week. Well, I've got highlighted on screen right now the Troll that we have this evening, which is Troll B, where we will see Drahuska face off against JSAC, face off against Lion Leone. I see JSAC and Drahuska have connected to the webpage, which is all good to see. So this is a bit of an interesting one because we had Lion Leone got eliminated really early on, basically the jinx of the name. Drahuska and JSAC are kind of unknown entities because they weren't in season 2. So we only have what their past performance was like in their individual quarrels.
Mind you, just held up their own against 8 Minky and... Am I getting the right people? 8 Minky and Talcott, so...
Mm-hmm. You want to see Lion's name copy-pasting it? Well, once it gets logged in, I will tell you what it is, but I don't have it currently. So yeah, this could be anybody's match, really, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up the statistics. Yeah, it is going to be a close one. I'd say it's hard to judge how good or otherwise a player Lion is. Hopefully, he's just going to keep it simple on the Buzzin website tonight.
Not going to jinx himself.
But JSAC, 13 out of 14 questions correct in Quarrel C. Drahuska, 5 questions correct. Both JSAC and Drahuska used all 10 of their chips, and they also used their accelerator in their quarrel line. Didn't really get the chance to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in for some good matches tonight. I'm looking forward to tonight.
As far as I'm aware, there's only the one match tonight, not matches.
I mean,
I'll be very worried otherwise because I've only prepared the one match for tonight.
Oh mate, I am being caught out on all counts tonight.
on all score counts, you could. Okay, no.
Oh dear. Let's see, and let's bring up the upper bracket of the upper 16. So you'll see that the winner of tonight will be facing off against Catnip in the upper 16.
Yup.
Oh,
We'll see how
wow.
our competitors feel about that.
I mean, we do have matches of winning lines, but they're not really a match. They're more games winning lines. But yes, Dazarino,
Same
yes,
difference.
we do have that to look forward to.
I'm used to having more than one dual true quarrel on a stream. I'm just, it's force of habit.
It's force of habit.
We'll get to the fun stuff soon.
Absolutely.
So this isn't fun stuff.
You know what I mean.
Save the match. Save the match.
This is just okay. I'm not going to say. Actually, no. We don't have the family friendly tag. This is just foreplay. There we go. I can say that.
Anyway, so let's get these three duelists into the duel arena, and Scorecard, take it away, and I'll bring up the on-screen graphics.
Indeed. I need to see the corridors.
There you go. There are the corridors.
Corridors of power.
So we will be starting from the blue corridor, coming in from Group B. Many considered them to be the underdog, but they ended up putting on quite an impressive show, and therefore, in the blue corridor, the blue seat, the blue chair, 18 years old from Slovakia, and second in Group B, it is Drahuska.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, pretty good.
Pretty good. Could be. What have you been up to so far today, if I could be so rude?
I was just doing some puzzles and that kind of.
Limbering up the mind, as it were.
Absolutely.
In preparation. So you've had your first foray into the duel arena, and you came out of it pretty good. Do you think that you feel a bit more comfortable for this match, or is the fact that this one's got a lot more riding on it kind of getting to you a bit?
It's better, but still pretty. I don't know how it will go.
I mean, yeah, it could go in any. It could go in any which way. Farnham, how was Jahuska's first match in detail?
Drahuska's first match was very impressive, given that she came into this season's tournament a complete unknown. The audience, shame on them, absolutely nobody voted for Drahuska as a potential winner, and came in second, as mentioned. 4 out of 5 questions correct. Used all 10 of the chips up. I don't think there's any real shame. I think it was Samps that won that one. Yeah, I think there's no real shame in losing to Samps. Samps is a season pro in the dual arena, and
I'm going to resist saying it this time.
And I think we said immediately after after your quarrel that we were very impressed with your performance. So I'm looking forward to seeing how tonight works out for you.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to the regular question: JSAC or Lion Leone? 2 formidable opponents. Which one do you think scares you more?
Probably JSAC. He did really good in his quarrel. So.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say out, but he's certainly got a lot to prove at this point. And Catnip, as you heard, how does that make you feel?
I must say that I thought that she will win her quarrel. So
I mean, she has. So I'm saying that Catnip's who you have to go against if you win this.
And no, she's really good, but I think that we are not from the UK or both. I think that
that's true. Neither of you will be from the UK or the US, so you're going to have broadly different knowledge. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if that. Okay. I wish you luck, obviously, as we'll move very swiftly on because I don't want to hold us here for too long. In the yellow corridor, he introduced himself to us through the night of 50 questions. I still remember that on 1 versus 100, and did decently well in Group C, placing a very solid 3rd place. Can he claw it back today? In the yellow corridor, it is JSAC. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you
Good
today?
evening. I am quite well.
You're quite well?
Quite well.
Not extremely well, but quite
well. Quite.
Well. Quite.
Quite. What have you been up to so far today? Just work, or have you been doing anything to get yourself ready?
Well, for the last hour, I thought it was going to start, but we had that daylight savings time. And
Yeah.
That devilish daylight savings.
Curse you!
So I hyped myself up an hour ago, and I'm trying to keep that hype going.
Keep it going. I mean, you're here now. After your first match, do you feel any safer or more comfortable here?
Not really, no.
I mean, obviously this being the big game, as it were.
Yeah.
Well, one of. Matt, how did JSAC's first game?
JSAC did really, really well in Quarrel C against Harry, Dupless, and Random Zombie. Was down to sort of the 20-second cut-off point fairly early on in his quarrel, but managed to hold on very, very well. Just looking at the details now. So 15 questions overall across that quarrel. JSAC eliminated on question 14. So 13 questions correct. Used all the chips up and used Accelerator. A playing time of 6 minutes 55 seconds compared with Harry, who won 3 minutes 48. So JSAC obviously used the time up very, very quickly early on. But when you're up against Harry and you come back close to winning in the quarrel, I think, again, JSAC should be a player that should be feared in tonight's Truel.
Exactly, and two newcomers in this Truel, I might add. So we could see another newcomer slip their way into the final 16. Lion Leon does stand in your way, as does Drahuska. Who do you think gives you the best competition from these two?
Well, based on performance this season, I'm going to say Drahuska.
True. Based on performance this season, I think based on performance overall, Lion is a bit better. But again, definitely has something to prove. It's kind of weird hearing everyone say like, "Yeah, no, not the person, not the seeded player." There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, Matt.
It does seem, School, that the new players that are coming into Duel this year are more feared than the experienced players.
In some cases, we'll definitely get more into that nearer the end of this qualifying session. And Catnip, obviously, is standing in the distance for you.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you stand a good chance against her, or...?
Not in the slightest, but...
That's the confidence we like to hear.
You don't get bonus chips for honesty, I will note that.
I didn't even think I got this far. I'm pretty sure just entering in the competition gets you this far.
Yes, correct. Well, more accurately, not getting disqualified, but thankfully you've all managed to avoid that.
Yay!
Any last words, JSAC?
No.
No.
Nice and simple.
Okay. What has he chosen for his middle name this time?
Well, hang on, because we do have a poll to talk about, right?
Yes, we do, Matt.
Oh, God, it's just throwing me completely now. Oh, God. Which spreadsheet do I need open? That one. Right, so, again, we've got a fairly mixed results on the polls. Drahuska has gone from no one voting for her to being the favourite tonight, 41%. JSAC on 35%. And Lion, I really should know what a dartboard looks like now. Leon, 24%.
I don't know why. I don't know who said that joke about him, because, to be honest, isn't that my running gag?
Well, apparently he's running with that. He's running with that gag this time. Tonight
it's both of our gags, isn't it?
Yeah, tonight he is known as Lion. Really bad at darts, Leon.
Okay, so me and him have something in common. Okay, in the purple corridor, coming in at hello, come on Discord, there we go. Coming in at 20 years old from England, UK, 17th in the previous season, and 4th in his group after doing a me and failing at dart questions. It is Lion, is apparently bad at darts. Leon, hello!
Hello!
Lion really bad at darts. How are you today?
I am good, thank you. How about you?
I'm all right, and don't worry, you're not as bad at darts as me, because at least you went for a number that was between 1 and 20.
There's a 24 on the dartboard. It's just double 12 or triple 4.
Treble 8.
Triple 8 even. Bloody hell, I can't do maths. Yay! I have no hope.
Did someone say hope?
Lion.
Did a dang in my butt.
All right. What was the question? Sorry.
What have you been up to today?
Sort of doing stuff for a card game my mates are making on Tabletop Simulator, and also playing Persona 5, trying to get the platinum.
Yeah, no, this guy's insane. I will know. He was trying to get Danganronpa V3 at one point, and for those of you who know how crazy that game's post game gets, that's a thing.
I gave up, and that's why.
Yeah, Danganronpa 3's got a post game and a half. Anyway, I don't know if I have much to say. If I pass on to Matt, if Matt has much to say, rather.
Wow.
Ouch, Score. Ouch.
I've always been known for my honesty.
Yep, true. And we always dish it back out.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, as I think, as we've been saying, sort of building up to this draw, I think as much as we've taken the mickey out of Lion for having a one question knockout, it's probably quite hard to actually draw any real ideas as to how well or otherwise Lion's going to do in this draw. Lion's obviously an experienced competitor. Obviously got through to I think it was the lowest 16. Got through to in season 2. So Lion's got to be the dark horse for this one, and as we all know, dark horses, they can have their moments.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely possible. Are you still gunning for that rematch against Royal?
It is probably very unlikely at this point.
Given that both of you are in the in this hallowed hall still, it could happen. But yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting. So given that are you also going to say Lion Leone if I ask you who are you most scared of, or not scared of?
Wait, what?
Okay, who's scared of JSAC? Who scares you more?
Who scares me more? Both of them at this point.
Oh, great, wonderful. So you're both tied with 2 votes. And Catnip. How do you feel about Catnip?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to lose. Even if I win this one, I'm going to lose at some point.
I mean, yeah, possibly. Well, yeah, in general. I assume you're going to approach this troll with a bit of a different strategy.
Yes.
We'll
Most certainly.
We'll see if that strategy pays off. A counter strategy, as it were. Well, in that case, I will say it. 3 of you are entering the true arena. 1 of you is about to prove yourselves. As for the other 2, you will not. I wish you all the best of luck, and 2 of you, I will preemptively wish you farewell.
Yes, Cookie, getting the answers right is definitely a bold strategy to follow. Right, we have
Where's
the 3.
Cookie?
Where is Cookie? What do you mean, where's Cookie? Cookie Monkey, Steve.
My mind went straight to the other Cookie.
Not that Cookie Masterson, no. Okie dokie. You don't know Jack aside. Drahuska, JSAC, Lion Leo, let's get a test question underway first. Drahuska, do you see that?
Yes.
JSAC, do you see that?
Yes, I do.
And Lion, you see that?
Yep.
There are your options. Wow, everybody locking nice and quick. So quick, in fact, that Lion tried to play an accelerator and it's already been used up. So there we go. That's what you all played, and surprise, surprise, everyone getting it right.
Well done. You recognise that the number 42 is considered a special death omen in Japanese because it sounds like dying rather than just death.
And
Thanks.
you also knew that there's 42 US gallons in a barrel.
Oh, for goodness sake, you're getting it on it now as well. What is this? What is this? I can't be having this. I can't have two people giving me 42 factoids now. Oh, goodness me. Let me press the right button. So, the match has been reset. You each have 10 chips, 1 accelerator, and 4 minutes on your individual clocks. Jahuska, Jasak, Lion Leone, let's duel. Play the sting. Good luck to all three of you. Here is your first question. Which animal has a body part called a frog? Options are chicken, horse, pig, cow. Lion is in and accelerating. 5, 4, 3. Drahuska's in 2. Jasak is in. Lion, would you like to guess at how many chips there are on the table in total?
I'm going to say that there are, including mine, 9.
There's a few more. There are 12 chips on the table.
The table is flush with chips.
The table has all of the chips down, so everyone's through. Hey, Lion, you're through question 1. Already going to be doing much better than previously. Well, I guess
100% better than last time.
I guess no one really knows it unless Drahuska, Jasak, within that extra amount of time now outside of the lock-in, you've got any ideas of what the answer could be? Anybody?
I think a frog has a body part called a frog.
I mean, maybe.
Heart.
Lion? Any clues at all?
Nope, none at all.
Drahuska, any clues at all?
No.
Okay, interesting. Well, I can reveal that the correct answer is B, horse. It's part of the horse's hoof, isn't it?
It's the sort of concave section, or the edge of the concave section towards the back of the hoof. Therefore, both absorbing shock and also stimulating circulation.
Okay. Well, we've lost 9 chips on that first question there, Matt.
Oh boy.
Ouch. Yeah, lots and lots of chips disappearing into the void on that one. Lion has the time, 3 minutes 56. Drahuska 3:51. Jasak 3:50. Drahuska and Jasak still have their accelerators. All the players have 7 chips, and we still have all the players intact. As we
Huzzah.
get into question number 2.
Here is question number 2. Which of these is a territory, not a province, of Canada? Options are Prince Edward Island, Yukon, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick. Which of these is a territory, not a province? Lion Leone is locked in, of Canada. Jasak is locked in. And Drahuska is locked in. Jasak, how many chips do you think there are on the table in total, including yours?
Including mine, I don't know, maybe 5?
Again, it's a higher number than that. What if I was to say there was 9? Okay, not going to get a response then. Okay. Well, there are 9 chips on the table. Jasak is the only one with a 1-chip answer of B, Yukon. Drahuska, after a bit of deliberation, ended up on all 4 answers. Lion Leone, first to lock in, also all answers down. Drahuska, any clues at all on this one?
No, not really.
Not really. Well, using the chips while you still have them. Lion, just wanted to maintain that time advantage. Didn't want to eat into the time a bit.
Yeah, that, and I had no idea. I completely dropped out of humanities after I was given choices in secondary school because I wasn't a fan of it. So.
Fair enough.
The annoying thing is it's after that geography actually becomes fun. Because that's when you start studying all the population graphs, and you get into the fun bit of it rather than just where's the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that was basically my course, more or less. Secondary thing.
JSAC, you have gone with just B Yukon. You fairly confident with your answer?
You cut out there. What'd you say?
Are you fairly confident with your answer of B Yukon?
Yes, I do feel very confident. I was actually watching Jeopardy just the other day, and I'm pretty sure they mentioned the Yukon territories.
Okay. Well, if the answer is anything other than Yukon, then we lose JSAC at this time. We'll take provisional third. But if it is Yukon, then we still continue as a trual. Correct answer is B Yukon.
Yes, the 10 provinces?
That's what I've got down here, yeah.
Yeah, the 10 provinces of Canada, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Manitoba, British Columbia, Prince Edward Island, that one, Alberta, Newfoundland and Labrador, all have inherent, some level of inherent autonomy, governmental autonomy, whereas the 3 territories, the Northwest Territories, Yukon and Nunavut, have none and are directly governed by the federal government of Canada.
Okay. I'm liking this sort of timer pattern we've got going on, Matt.
I love that. Great load of symmetry there. So Lion on 347, JSAC on 337, Drahuska on 327. So a nice bit of symmetry going there, as you say. JSAC with the chip advantage, 7 chips. Drahuska and Lion on 4 chips. Drahuska and JSAC with their accelerators still intact. All
right, here comes the next question. What name is shared by an Edward Hopper painting, a Madonna concert tour, and the fictional television show within the comedy show 30 Rock? The options are Erotica, The Girly Show. JSAC is in accelerating. 5 seconds. Morning Sun and Blonde Ambition are the last options. Drahuska is locked in. 1 second. Whew. Okay. I can only assume that might be a confident play from JSAC, or I guess it could be trying to play the chip advantage, just going for the rush play, but it seemed to be very quick. There are 8 chips down on the table, and they're in a couple of different places. So everyone has covered Be the Girly Show. Drahuska and Lion Leone have covered Erotica and Blonde Ambition. JSAC hasn't. And only Drahuska has covered See Morning Sun. So Drahuska's definitely through, because they've covered all the options. However, we'll be left with only a singular chip throughout the remainder of this trual, unless of course we go to a sudden death situation. Lion Leone opting to at least hold 1 chip back, hoping that the answer isn't Morning Sun, and JSAC clearly trying to press an advantage and went with just The Girly Show, hoping that it's none of the other answers. Lion, why did you go with everything apart from the Morning Sun?
I personally think that the Morning Sun wouldn't be the name of a fictional television show in a comedy show, because that just seems bland to me.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to get shot for saying that, but no, I think Morning Sun isn't really a title for a fictional TV show in a comedy show. In any other show, yeah, sure, but not in a comedy show.
Okay. Drahuska, not able to uncover any of those options to try and keep a chip back?
Yeah, I never heard of any of these, so I don't know.
Question's only easy if you know the answer or can even think of the possible answer.
Ninja, we'll cover sudden death rules should sudden death rules come up. That's our policy.
Yeah. And JSAC, I'm guessing you're definitely pushing an advantage here. Are you confident the answer is The Girly Show?
I am very confident. 30 Rock is one of my favorite television programs.
Oh.
Well, If the answer is B, then we all continue on, and JSAC will have an enormous chip advantage over the remaining players. If the answer is A or D, then we lose JSAC. And if the answer is C, then Drahuska wins. The correct answer is B, The Girly Show.
Indeed. In fact, two of these are actually quite strongly related. As you correctly noted, The Girly Show is actually the sort of framing, well, not framing device, but it's the central conceit of 30 Rock. However, Madonna at the concert is actually directly named after the Edward Hopper painting because Madonna was very heavily inspired by the painting and incorporated a lot of the emotion of the piece into it. The piece is simply a woman walking, a rather lowly dressed woman walking on stage. Don't ask me, I'm not an artist, but there we go.
Well, it's quite a situation we've got ourselves in here now, haven't we got, Matt? Sentences.
Yeah, we're already at sort of at the business end of the match already. Drahuska, 1 chip remaining. Any mistake from now on, and Drahuska will be eliminated. JSAC, superb use of the accelerator there, forcing a bit of a panic play from Lion, causing him to lose a few chips. So JSAC 7 chips, Lion only 2 chips remaining, can't afford to cover all of the answers. So Lion has the time advantage, 3 minutes 40, JSAC 3:35, Drahuska 3 minutes 22. However, Drahuska has the only remaining accelerator on the board. Let's see what question 4 has for us.
Indeed, and it's not over until people fail to cover the answer. That's all you need to do, is just keep covering the correct answer and you are still in. Here's the next question. Which US state is the only one to feature different designs on both sides of its flag? Your options are Ohio, Colorado, Oklahoma, Oregon. JSAC is in and locked in, cannot accelerate. This is where using that time that you still have matters. Since Drahuska, Lion is now locked in. I was going to say since Drahuska and Lion have a small number of chips remaining to play. Drahuska is locked in. Everyone is now locked in. There are 4 chips on the table. We knew there was going to be at least 3. But there are 4 chips on the table. And they are in some interesting spots. So, no one decided to cover A, Ohio. Lion decided to cover on B, Colorado, and C, Oklahoma. Drahuska can only cover one option, decided to cover C, Oklahoma. And JSAC, first to lock in, went with D, Oregon. Lion, why do you go with Colorado and Oklahoma?
I'm in an R in between Colorado, Oklahoma, and Oregon, but I don't have 3 chips. I knew it wasn't Ohio because one of my mates is from Ohio and he would have talked about that.
Okay. Drahuska, you only had the 1 chip to play. You ended up on Oklahoma. Were there any sort of inklings to draw you to that answer?
Not that much, but I was between Oklahoma and Oregon, and I just go with my gut.
JSAC, you went with D, Oregon, and only Oregon. You could have covered all of the options up on here because you had the chips to play, but you decided just 1 chip on Oregon. You confident with your answer?
I'd just like to first start off by thanking the RNG for giving me all North American related questions. This has been just a cakewalk. I am very confident that it is Oregon.
It is unfortunate how the RNG has worked, but That's how it works. That's how it goes. I mean, it may also be dependent on the kind of question distribution that is out there. So, if the answer is B, Colorado, then Lion wins. If the answer is C, Oklahoma, then we lose JSAC. If the answer is D, Oregon, then JSAC wins. If the answer is A, Ohio, we go to sudden death. But I don't think it's going to happen due to other reasons that have happened recently. The correct answer is... It is D, Oregon, and JSAC wins this trawl.
Yes, the front side of the flag says "State of Oregon" above. Well, it's a yellow and blue flag with in yellow "State of Oregon" on top, 1859 on the bottom, and its crest in the center. And on the reverse is I believe it's seal. No,
it's one. Oh, I'm just okay. One of those things. Okay, fair enough. Well, congratulations, JSAC, and yes, it did kind of run in your favour. Those questions. How do you feel?
Well, that's the game.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I was expecting a lot more questions like the last in my 4 hour. It's like, what was the name of this British blah 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 guy?
Swings and roundabouts.
For me.
Swings and roundabouts, unfortunately, yeah. So, well, fortunate for you, unfortunate for Drahuska and Lion Leone, who we do have to say goodbye to at this time now.
And as Cetra's noted, and then there were 26.
And then there were 26.
Also, as people have pointed out, thanks to Samster, Ohio, Colorado, Oklahoma, and Oregon has turned into our kangaroo peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
It really has, hasn't it? Thank you for the 500 bits there, Casvez. Greatly appreciated. I'm still seeing an upward trend. So, yeah, the Ohio thing has already come up a couple of times for a different reason because of its unique flag shape. And this was a unique flag characteristic, but not of its shape, but of its two-sidedness. So
ambidextrous? And ambidexterity? I don't know. Could be the right word.
It's something along those lines, but
I'm ambidextrous. I can write fuck all with both hands.
That's ambi-sinister, actually, but yes.
Anyway, congratulations to JSAC. Let's go to the draw screen and update the stats of everything. Yeah, I was going to say, go on.
What were the times at the end there? Farnham? Matt?
In terms of what the time left for each player?
Yeah, because we need to break the tie technically between Drahuska and Lion.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. So, Drahuska finished on 2:43, Lion finished on 3:07.
So, for all intents and purposes, Drahuska, you came third. Is that right?
Yeah,
sounds correct to me. Yeah,
yeah, because they both used up all 10 of their chips.
They're both on null. So, you come third, and unfortunately, you are leaving the arena. As with you, Lion, who came second, but are proven from this group, another newcomer files into the ranks. JSAC, congratulations!
Thank you.
The first newcomer to filter in through the trolls, actually.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And that does mean that you will be facing Catnip.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm just hoping we have a lot more North American questions. And questions about, 1970s game shows.
Oh.
Like, I will be set.
There we go.
So Catnip, you know what you need to swat up on now.
Yeah, not the UK knowledge, it's the US knowledge.
Well, we'll see. We'll see indeed. And pending the outcome of that, you will play against either Scooter Dust or the winner of Group A, which will be
Sky, Ape, Minky, or Random Zombie
for survival or for elimination. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes for you. But now that you've made it into the top 16, do you think you can go all the way?
Well, we'll have to see what happens.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
If you want to give out the cop out answer, it's fine.
And once
I didn't
again,
even think I'd get into the Truel, so...
Technically, that's all. Technically, that's confident, but hey.
Yeah. Once again, our audience proving how brilliant they are at predicting the winner. Only 35% got that.
Brilliant.
Right.
Just giant exclamation mark in brackets there. Oh dear. Well, congratulations and very good for all three of you. And I don't believe there's anything else to comment on this Truel, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's it. Really, not much else to talk
Coming
about
up on
there.
Friday.
Wait, what? Yeah, what? Sorry.
Coming up on Friday.
Yeah, we've got other stuff on Friday. Duel wise, when we get the schedule.
It's Jerry, Line, and Pogo. Group F.
That's the one, isn't it?
At a slightly earlier time of 7 p.m.
Yes, 7 p.m. GMT.
So Americans come at normal time.
Kind of. if you're in one of those weird places that uses mountain time regardless of daylight savings, then it is an hour different. But if you're in any of daylight savings ones, then it is the same as it was last week. Just do the maths, people. Just do the maths, people. At 7 p.m. GMT on Friday. But anyway, thank you very much for that, JSAC, Lion, and Drahuska. JSAC, we'll see you in future. Duel, Lion, Drahuska, hope you will stick around to spectate from Twitch chat. And
You actually put an ad break in, Ash.
I kind of do, but it's going to get me. How much is it actually going to get me? Pittance.
I mean, you should just put it in for that.
I mean, I have the run 60-second ad break button just sitting here right in front of me, but no, I'm not going to bother. So yeah, thank you very much, all three of you, and it is now time to ungraciously transition over to winning lines. Woo!
They're now cheering for advertising.
Are they really? Are they seriously cheering for ads? Well, if you're a subscriber, you're obviously not going to get the ad, but for everyone else, there you go. You're going to get an ad. There you go.
The adverts.
Please. There we go. You're having an ad.
For those of you who are subscribed, you can hear us waffle on whilst Ash sets everything up.
Yay, ad. Wait. Oh yeah, Panda, you're getting an ad.
No, is he?
Yeah, he's not.
The founder badge replaces the normal sub badge.
Does it?
I think.
I don't know if it does. Where's Catnip? Because I know Catnip has that. Oh no, maybe it does. Anyway, I don't know.
Well, it can. You can toggle.
Wait, no, he's got the emote, so he's subbed.
You can toggle it between, so it either shows the founder's badge or the subscriber badge.
Okay, fair enough. Right, let me switch on winning lines. It takes a bit of warming up. Oh, actually, no, I need to stop it first because I need to get the webcam off on.
I hope you don't.
OBS.
I hope you three don't mind if I explain. Do I need to move people around? Do we need to leave?
No, kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Layout 1. Oh, this was not a good layout to do things in, is it? Webcam properties deactivate. Webcam is deactivate. I am in the void. And I then press this button so that then the Unity can grab my hideous face. And yes, now on Quiz Night it is winning lines, which obviously you can't really see much of at the moment, but honest, it will start in a moment. I just need to give it a little bit of warm-up time to fix all the question database stuff. And then, hopefully, if I then change my Stream Deck layout... Alright, catch you later, Steve.
So which of us should do our Alan Dedicoat impression?
I think you'd have a... I don't know who has the better one, honestly.
And here is the intro. Oh, that frame rate is hideous. And hello! I have returned. I don't know why the frame rate is so terrible from capturing. It shouldn't be that bad. I need to get around to installing the new tech in my machine, because I do have new graphics card and RAM. Apparently it's Chrome that's heating it all up, so let's close some stuff in Chrome and hope for the best, eh? That. Just close it all down. Close it all down. Give me some CPU cycles back. That looks a bit better. Kind of. Well, bye-bye Chrome. And let's press the button to do the thing to start the lobby. I know how to present. There you go. EFRO is the lobby code if you want to play Winning Lines, the full experience. So this is different to Duel because you actually get to play. Holy crap, you actually get to play. The short version of the rules, there will be some questions with numerical answers. You answer with a number in Twitch chat and or Whisper. If you are fast, then you will survive and you'll go through. If you're correct as well, if you're fast and you're correct with your answer, then you will go through to future rounds. And if you get an answer wrong, then you're going to be eliminated. Basically, that's it. We have 20 players in the lobby right now. If you're fast, you're last. If you're wrong, you're gone. Yeah, that kind of thing. I don't quite like it because, well, I don't quite like that catchphrase. I don't know why. Fast last. It's just like you last. Doesn't sound right to me. I don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't. So one more minute, and then we will start this new game off. 21. Hello there, awesome quintuple 9. I have my Stream Deck configured. That only has 5 buttons, and they're in the extreme corners, so I hopefully don't press the wrong button at the wrong time. Blue for true and red for dead. Kind of works. The panda is going to join. Yes, the panda is there, currently on the top row. Also, panda, I do need to get around to doing the thing as well, don't I? Because I did say earlier, and I've not gone around to doing it. 30 seconds. Yes, for the first round, if you're not sure on an answer, you don't have to answer. Because if you do answer, then you have to answer correctly. So if you answer and you're wrong, then you're dead and you're out. But you don't have to answer. I mean, in round 2, you don't have to answer either. You just have to hope that... well, we'll talk about it when we get to round 2. We'll talk about it when we get to round 2. I have a whole rules screen and everything. I don't know why I'm talking myself out of those. Absolutely there, Schofield there in seat number 50. Alright, 5 seconds. And Toika, if you want to play, just put in the room code and we'll explain how it all works going down. You have put the room code in. Don't worry, and Toika, there isn't a help page. Don't worry. It'll be on screen. Alright, well I think we're all ready. Let's play some Winning Lines. And there is the 49ers layout. If you want to know what your number is, then say my number in chat and you'll be told what your podium number is. That will be important in round number 2 when we get to it. But we have round number 1 to play first. And here are the rules of round number 1. We need to find 6 players to go and advance through to round number 2, which is looking after number 1. You will see a question in chat to which an answer is an integer between 0 and 10,000. Don't really need to worry about that, but it's just an integer answer. And if you know the answer, then type in the answer into Twitch chat or whisper directly to QuizBot3000 and do it fast, because the fastest player with the correct answer will go through to round 2. You can choose to not answer. However, if you do answer and you answer incorrectly, you will be eliminated and you will not be able to advance to round 2. And yeah, we need to find 6 players. So if you are all ready, let's play Winning Lines. Cut to me. Hello, I'm here. There you. I'm here. There am you. Aha. I have a cut to button that does this. Sorry, epilepsy people. Here comes question number 1. On a standard Monopoly game board, how many properties are available to purchase from the start of the game? On a standard Monopoly game board, how many properties are available to purchase from the start of the game? That is time. I need to find my infobobs. Oh, you're an epileptic. I'm sorry, Matt. I don't mean it. Right, we'll let you pink if you played. So we have 6 players that decided to play this question. We were looking for the answer of 28. If you answered 28, we will light you blue. If you answered anything else, we will light you red. Well, hey, all 6 players getting that one right. That's what we like to see. Now, who out of the 6 was the fastest? It was... Hey, Mr. Panda, podium number 40 with a time of 11.68 seconds. The Panda is first through into looking after number 1. And that was pretty close there as well. Poker Joker was only about half a second off there. But Panda first through. We'll lose the 4, keep the 0. And the first digit in our winning line is a 0. Oh, yes, and there is now additional recognition for second and third fastest players. That's new. Oh, the timer is wrong, though. Yeah, okay, that's a slight bug, though. The timer I did not update properly. That's fine. I can't edit it now. Someone remind me when I redo the restart, and I'll fix that bug. But that's a minor bug. Anyway, 1 player through. We need to find 5 more. Fingers on numbers, everyone. Here comes question number 2. At the start of a game of chess, how many pawns are there on the board? At the start of a game of chess, how many pawns are there on the board? You only got 3 seconds left to answer. And that is time. We'll light you pink if you played. Got a few more answering this one. 17 players going for this question. We were looking for the answer of 16 because there'll be 8 on each side of the standard chessboard. 8 for white, 8 for black. Total those up, you get 16. If you answered 16, we will light you blue. If you answered anything else, we will light you red. Oh no, we've got 2 players answering wrong. We've got Car 7th at podium number 22 typoing, went with 167. I presume that is a typo. Unfortunate, it only takes your first answer. And Drahuska there at podium number 41 went with 18. Also a wrong answer. Don't know if that was a typo or not. I'm afraid Car 7th and Drahuska, we do have to say goodbye. You may have answered correctly, Car 7th, but it takes whatever you send as a message, and if you send 167, I have to presume that that is your answer. I cannot infer otherwise. Okay, well, who was fastest of the remaining players, the 15 remaining players? The fastest was Jerry Harris at podium 9 with a time of 4.23 seconds. Congratulations. Not on my system. Your first message, Car 7th, was 167. I can presume exactly that. Second fastest was Samster, and third fastest was Dupless. I can verify it as well. I've got the messages. You're very close there, Samster. Jerry Harris, you are second through. No, because Car 7th, that's how it worked on the game. If you enter it incorrectly, then that's it. That's your own fault. So I can't have much more sympathy than that, other than bad luck you typoed. That's the amount of sympathy I have. But for Jerry, we lose your 0, keep the 9, and your second digit is a 9. So our winning line is currently 09. And I don't have that the other winning line stuff implemented yet because I haven't found any more time. 2 out, 2 through. Still 4 slots to find. Question number 3 coming up. Fingers on numbers, everyone. If there were twice as many steps in the title of a 1935 Hitchcock film, how many would there be? If there were twice as many steps in the title of a 1935 Hitchcock film, how many would there be? We will light you pink if you played. Ooh, not many. 5 players going for this one. We were looking for the answer of 78. If you'd answered 78, we will light you blue. If you answer anything else, we will light you red. Very good. 5 players answering, getting it right. Now, critically, who was fastest? Fastest player was Matt the Ref, opponent number 43, with a time of 4.4 seconds. Clive was 2.3 seconds off of that, and then Tipster another nearly second off of that. Well, Matt takes podium number 3. We lose the 4 and keep his 3, and the third digit in our winning line is a 3. All of the 3s, 3, 3, 3, 3. Who needs 8 when you've got 3? It's half. It's sort of like the symmetrical half of 8. So 093 is our winning line presently, and we're halfway through in the 49ers. Still 3 more places to find. Question number 4, if you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is the question. If we were to invent 11 more letters in the English alphabet, how many letters would there be now? If we were to invent 11 more letters in the English alphabet, how many letters would there be now? We will light you blue. Pink, even. We will light you pink if you played. There are 14 players that went for this question, and yeah, these are the kind of the winning line style questions where you have a bit of knowledge and then there's a bit of maths just chucked on top, so you don't just cheese and just read half the question. So, if we were to invent 11 more letters, then we would expect there to be 37 letters in our English alphabet. Presently, there are 26 in the English alphabet, so if we add another 11 to that, that would make 37. If you answered 37, we'll light you blue. If you answered anything else, we will light you red. Hey, everyone getting it right. We're doing well. We're doing right well. So, who of the 14 players that answered this question was fastest? It was Clive of Legend at podium 26 with a time of 4.44 seconds. All the 4s for podium number 4. Dupless was second, very close there, just 0.2 of a second. And then lots of players in the 5-second range, all the way down to 8 Minky there. Podium number 17 with a time of 14.49 seconds. Clive, you are our 4th player through. We lose the 2, keep the 6. And our 4th digit in our winning line is a 6. Our winning line is presently 0936. That are all multiples of 3. We have 2 more places to find. If you're all ready, fingers on numbers. Here comes question number 5. How many contestants compete on a normal episode of the Channel 4 quiz show that has been hosted by William G. Stewart and Sandy Toksvig? How many contestants compete on a normal episode of the Channel 4 quiz show that has been hosted by William G. Stewart and Sandy Toksvig? And not Tandy Soksvig, as I nearly said. Well, light your pink if you played. 10 players going for this question. We were looking for the answer 15, because it is, of course, 15 to 1. Although there were some special variants that had 25 players, etc. We're looking for the one that was just 15 to 1 standard. So, if you answered 15, we'll let you blue. Anything else, we will let you red. Hey, everyone's doing right well tonight. Everyone getting it right again. So, who was fastest out of the 10 that answered? The fastest player was Connor at podium number 4 with a time of 4.77 seconds. Second was Samster. Third was Shadowmane. Very close there, Samster. Very, very close, in fact. Jesus. 0.06 seconds, in fact. So, yeah. Jeez. Connor, well played. You are number 5 through. Lose the 4, lose the 0, keep the 4, and our 5th digit in our winning line is a 4, no longer multiples of 3. 0, 3, 4, 6, 9 in numerical order. Okay, we've come to the crunch point. we only have one more spot to find. So if you don't know the answer to this question, you might as well guess at it, because this could be your last chance to get into looking after number one. And don't worry if you don't get into looking after number one now, we will play this whole thing again later. So don't worry if you don't get through, but you might as well plug for this to get into this looking after number one if you are still in. If you're ready, fingers on numbers, here's the question. What number is the country calling code for Spain? What number is the country calling code for Spain? This is your last opportunity. Unless, of course, no one gets it right. Which could happen. We'll light your pink if you played. We've got 11 players plumping for an answer. I'm going to have a look at some of these answers first. So we've got Duplisput with 54, Applecast 32, and Toyka also 54. Samster 43, Agnes 32. Cast 7th, 10, you've been eliminated. 8 Minky just going stratospheric with 8,675,309. Ninja Boy with 36. Poker Joker 26. Line TK 413. Also Quintuple 90118. Tipster with 34. So, I wonder how many got that right. The correct answer that I was looking for is... Well, if there's pre-pending zeros, they get knocked off anyway, Matt. So that answer of 0118 would actually just be 118, theoretically. And yes, that number scorecard. The correct answer that I was looking for, though, was 34. And I think I only called out one person with the answer 34. Did they answer in time? Yes, they did. Tipster is, in fact, the only one that got it right. And Tipster takes the final spot. If it wasn't for Tipster, we would have had to go to another question. Well played, Tipster. Only player to get it right with a time of 16.48 seconds. We will lose the 3, keep the other 3, and our last digit in our winning line is a 3. So our winning line in numerical order will be 033469. At least you didn't go red this time, Charlemagne, absolutely. Well, that is it for looking after number one. Commiserations if you didn't make it through, but as I say, we will play another full game of winning lines in a moment. But for the time being, let's move on to looking after number one. Ooh. And I'm going to take a sip. So, let's have a look at this number distribution, eh? Connor and Jerry at the low end there, 4 and 9. Panda and Matt the Ref close together, 40 and 43. And Clive and Tipster close together, 26 and 33. So this could be interesting. Let's have a quick look at the rules. For those watching along and don't know how this works, here are the rules of looking after number one. Very similar to the first round. However, the answers will only be one of the 6 possible answers that you can see currently on screen. 4, 9, 26, 33, 40, and 43. When a question comes up, players can decide to answer by buzzing in with a number. If they are the first to buzz in, then they take the buzz, as it were, and they declare their answer. If they are correct, then, if it is their own number, they are safe, they keep themselves in play. If it is someone else's number, and it's the correct answer, then they will knock out that other person. If they answer incorrectly, though, then they will knock themselves out, even if it is or is not their own number. And if no one answers in the time allowed, then whoever's number is associated with that question will get knocked out. And we keep repeating this process until we have just one player remaining. Also, worth noting, I've changed how the question picking works in this particular game, because previously it was not... it was unfavourable to those with questions where there were a lot of possible answers. Before, it would just go, just pick me any question in the entire set where the number is one of these 6. But on some questions, there are just a lot of possible questions, so it weights, it sort of biases to those questions unhelpfully. So now, what it does is group up all of the questions that are of these 6 numbers, and then I will pick one of those pools at random to pick a question of for this time round, and then do it. So that's how it works now. It's far more fair now, and doesn't take number of questions on each particular number into consideration anymore. Where number of the player means the number they submitted, yes, not their number. If a player that isn't 32 answers a question with 32, yeah. So you can answer for someone else's number, and if you answer correctly, you knock that other person out. So, like we've got Panda here is 40. You could say, what is to score? And if Matt the ref were to answer with 40, that would be the right answer. Then it would knock Panda out. That kind of example. So you can decide to either sit on your hands. If you think it's not your answer, you can just decide to not answer. If you think you know the answer and you want to beat them to it, then you answer. And if you think it's your answer, then you answer with your own number. That kind of logic. Sorry, Panda. It's just I saw a nice round 40 and decided to go with that. And yes, if no one answers within time allowed, then whoever's number the question is associated to will get knocked out. Okay, I think that's all clear. Let's play Looking After number 1. If you're all ready, fingers on numbers, here is your first question. Hang on. Here is your first question. If Ash threw a treble 8, a double 8, and a 3 at darts, what would Ash's score be? We have a buzz-in from the Panda. The Panda went with 43, the math teacher. Correct answer is 43 is the correct answer, and Matt the ref, you have been knocked out. You're in the dark. Clearly, I was prophetic. I was prophetic in the other direction. If you answered in public chat, say something else if you haven't already done so to stop the Twitch spam alert from happening. And if you're ready, fingers on numbers, here's the next question. How many days did Pope John Paul I reign for? Clive is in. Clive went with 4. The answer that we were looking for is 33. 33 is the wrong answer, Clive. You've knocked yourself out. You're in the dark. And then there were 4. And this frame rate is really destroying me. I don't know why it's so poor. Anyway, we'll have to keep moving on, keep moving on. 4 players left. If you're all ready, fingers on numbers. Here's your next question. Which digit do you push 3 times to call the emergency services in the UK? Jerry is in first. Went with 9. Answer we were looking for is 9 is your number. You are safe. Clear out the chat if you need to. If you're ready, fingers on numbers, here is the next question. How many characters are there in the Russian alphabet? 5 seconds. Tipster's in. Went with 33, his number. The answer we're looking for is 33. Tipster remains in play. Clear out chat if you need to. Fingers on numbers. Here is your question. Traditionally, a clover with how many leaves is considered lucky? Jerry's in first. Went with 4. Answer we're looking for is 4 is the right answer. Connor, I see you typoed 3 anyway, so you would have eliminated yourself. Connor, you are in the dark. Same composer, but it is actually the Winning Line soundtrack. And then there were 3, 9, 33, and 40 left in play. If you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is the question. If Alcoholics Anonymous wanted to get more members by trimming 3 steps off their famous addiction recovery program, how many steps would be left? Jerry answered first. Went with 9. The correct answer is 9 remains in play. Clear out chat if you need to. Fingers on numbers. Here is the next question. How many miners were trapped underground and subsequently rescued in the 2020 Copiapo mining accident? Tipster buzzed in. Went with 33, his number. The correct answer is 33 remains in play. The Panda was just shortly behind, though. Ooh, tight game. Tight game. Clear out chat if you need to. Fingers and numbers. Here's the next question. What is the total number of degrees in a complete circle divided by 9? Jerry's in first. Went with 40. The correct answer is 40. Managed to beat the maths teacher to it. Panda, you're in the dark. And we're down to 2 players. And we're in Blur-O-Vision. I don't know why we're in Blur-O-Vision, but we are. God damn this stupid Blur-O-Vision. I don't know why it does it, but it does it. Ah, dear. Oh, wait. That kind of reduced it. I don't know why it kind of reduced it, but it did. Oh, HDR mode. Okay, fair enough. Right, I'm going to turn post-processing off temporarily so you can actually see what's going on. There should be some post-processing going on, but apparently that does it. So, I know it's the post-processing stack that's broken and buggy. So, we can at least fix that later. So, there's no glow and that, but at least you can see what's going on screen. So, we have Jerry on podium 9 and Tipster on podium 33 left in play. One of you will advance to the Wonder Wall. One of you will take second place. If you're both ready, fingers on numbers. Here's the question. Assuming it's the same day, if it's 7 AM now, how many hours are there until 4 PM? Tipster buzzed in first. Went with the answer of 9. The answer that we were looking for was 9 is the correct answer. You've knocked Jerry out. Tipster, congratulations, and you will advance to the Wonder Wall. GG. GG all round. Well played. Very well played there. Really, really tight looking after number 1 there as well. So, commiserations there to Connor, Jerry, Clive, Panda, and Matt the Ref. Valiant battle, but unfortunately did not make it. Tipster, though, you did make it. Let's take the walk over to the Wonder Wall. This will be interesting at 240p. Well, this will be interesting at hideous frame rate 240p because I'm currently apparently broadcasting at 28 frames per second. Which is disgusting. 28 frames per second is hideously disgusting. And I don't know why it's so bad. I'm going to see what I could do. Right, so I've turned the recording off, I think. Hopefully the stream is still going. But I've turned the recording off briefly, just to see if that does it. Seems to have reduced the frame rate drop, so maybe that'll work. We will see if this will work then, without the recording, because I don't want the frame rate to be just ridiculously low. The dual element has been recorded, Matt. That's sitting there. I've just got the recording mode paused presently. So, for those that do not know what the Wonder Wall is, here are the rules to Wonder Wall. Once again, you just need to give numbers 1 through 49. However, it's slightly different. There is a wall with 49 answers on it, each with a number 1 through 49. When the game starts, you'll see a question in chat and on stream, and you need to give me the correct answer to it. How do you do that? You give me the number associated to that answer. If you can give me 20 correct answers in 4 minutes, then you win 1 million squares, because I still haven't fixed that bug either. If you do not know the answer to a question, you can pass it. You have 2 passes to play. If you need a bit more time, you can say pit, and there are 2 pit stops you can use, each 15 seconds long. If you get a question wrong, you get a strike. 3 strikes and you are out. And that's pretty much it. 20 questions correctly answered within 4 minutes, and you can win 1 million squares. I know you know how to play, Tipster. I'm just explaining for those that are new to this stream and have not seen the Wonder Wall. And hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody. You can only see me behind the rules window, but fingers crossed, everybody. It's going to work, because I found all the bugs. At least I think I did. So if you're ready, Tipster, let's play Wonder Wall. Oh, I need to give Quizbot the subscription. Reveal the answers, please. Well, hey, we have answers. Okay, there's your 15 seconds of inspection, Tipster. I'm going to go into full screen mode for you as well. Game, desktop, full. There we go. And if you're ready, here is your first question. A traditional Reuben sandwich has what type of cheese? A Reuben has what type of cheese? Gonna pass it. Which fast food company is famous for its golden arches? It's up there somewhere. McDonald's is correct. Who has served as the Director General of the BBC since 2013? Possibly out of date now, but who knows? Paul is correct. What nautical term is used to describe the person at the end of a tug-of-war rope? The anchor is correct. Which Michael Jackson song shares its title with part of a female tennis player's name? You've used 1 minute, you have 3 minutes remaining. Currently at 7,500 squares. It's up there somewhere. Just trying to find it. Frame rate doesn't really help, I know, but meh. The stuttering of it as well. Billie Jean is correct. In the image file format, GIF or GIF, the letter I stands for what? Or GIF, I don't know how you pronounce it. Interchange is correct. In universities, a rectangular area mostly surrounded by buildings goes by what name? A quad is correct. Full name required. Which former member of Oasis founded the fashion label Pretty Green? You used half your time, you still have both your pits, you still have one pass, and you are currently strikeless. Currently sitting on 20,000 squares of prize money. Liam Gallagher is correct. In the Underworld movies, lichens are an ancient species of what? Or lichens, something along those lines. Werewolf is correct. 1.5 minutes remaining. On which continent is the river mentioned in Enya's only UK #1 song of the 20th century? On which continent? South America is correct. What do you call someone who abstains from the consumption of alcohol? Just over a minute left. You still have both your pits to use and you still have a pass. Teetotal is correct. 1 minute remaining. The Six Axis was a gaming controller released by which company? Incorrect. Correct answer was Sony. In Japanese mythology, Kitsune takes shape of which animal? 45 seconds remaining. Don't forget you still have your pits. Fox is correct. There's your first pit. Which Roald Dahl character has a chocolate factory? You have 35 seconds remaining. You're currently at 60,000 squares of prize money. You still have a pass. You can still get a question wrong and continue. And if you're ready, we are back in play. Willy Wonka is correct. 30 seconds remaining. Which animated movie featured Avril Lavigne as a possum named Heather? There's your second pit. There's the question again. Which animated movie featured Avril Lavigne as a possum named Heather? Currently at 70,000 squares of prize money. You still have one pass. You can still get a question wrong and continue. And we are back in play. 25 seconds. Over the Hedge is correct. 20 seconds left. Which American game show's theme song was a piece entitled Not Enough Disco Inferno? 15 seconds remaining. Not Enough Disco Inferno. What's the game show? Passed. How many possible answers does a standard Magic 8 ball have? And there is the bail. And you win 80,000 squares of prize money. And the answers to those passed and bailed questions. Traditional Reuben sandwich is Swiss cheese. Password Plus is Not Enough Disco Inferno. And how many possible answers does a standard Magic 8 ball have? It has 20. It is I guess a D20 inside then. Let's have a listen to that Not Enough Disco Inferno. Not Enough Disco Inferno. Here we go. Here is some Password Plus. There's a good game there, Tipster, even with the slight lag issues that you had with playing at 240p and etc. Setting the standard for Winning Lines Wonderwall. You're apparently better at this when you're lagging. Yeah. It's more than Password, it's Password Plus. Yeah, that makes sense, score count. Well played, and now we get to do the whole restart of everything again. So we go back to window left monitor. I stop this. And I restart it. Give it its moment. Alright, John, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good day. Hello there, Rainbow Fox. So that the end game then of Winning Lines was yes, but now we're going to start the game off of Winning Lines entirely once again, and you'll be able to play from Twitch chat and be able to join in the game once the lobby opens, which will be in about 10 to 15 seconds or so. Once the Unity's had its moment and we're all ready to go. Alright, catch you later, Ninja Warrior Boy. Thanks for stopping by. Hello there, H2O Happy Dude. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to Quiz Night. I am Ash the Bash. Well, you'll see me in a moment when I do the intro sequence. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me of the timer bug. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot. Thank you for that reminder. In which case, then, let's get some other music on. Price is Right music. Let's just put some Price is Right music on. Classic TPIR cues. I don't know what. Just play something. Yeah, something like that'll do. And let me fix that issue in 49ers. Just one moment, everybody, while I try and find it. Ah, there we go. Here's the problem. So this should be fastest order 1 dot answer time dot value minus the reference time. That's the bug. Cool. That should have that fixed. Alright, Tipster, thanks for stopping by. Hope the move all goes well, and I'll catch you later. Thank you for that host as well, H2O Happy Dude. Thank you. Hopefully Unity will be all sorted in a moment. Okay, let's start it all again. Yeah, I definitely need to get the new graphics card in because this is still laggy as all hell, and I think it's the encoding on OBS that's killing the frame rate. It's Winning Lines again! And here is your host, me! Hello! Wave at the camera, everyone! Wave! Oh wait, that's not my thing. Let's start the lobby off. There is your lobby code. MMUM. What a lovely room code. Tasty. So if you want to play this game, just enter in the room code of MMUM into the Twitch chat, and you'll be entered into the lobby, and you'll be able to play Winning Lines, and possibly play for 1 million squares of prize money in the Wonderwall. Mum, wave at the camera. Choose mums, choose GIF. Mumsy! Hey, you're not playing on this one, Panda. It is, isn't it? It is the champagne brand, yes. It's time to drive home from work. Fair enough, Panda. Well, safe driving, and have a good evening with the family, and we'll catch you soon. Yes, in the US, Dick Clark hosted Winning Lines. I've kind of done a weird mishmash of UK and US stuff. So the Winning Line, the Wonderwall end game. Hang on, let me cut to me so you can actually see me. So the Wonderwall end game, I take elements from the US version with the strikes and things like that, and the passes. But there's no forced time restriction per question like there is in the US. In the UK, you're free to answer for as long as you want. So yeah, sort of like spatting between the UK and US rule sets, just to make it a bit more interesting for Twitch. At least that's my view on it. I mean, it's also the Wonderwall element of the game came first for me. I did that and implemented that first before everything else. And then recently, I then introduced the full experience, and now you get to play from the 49ers into looking after number one into the Wonderwall, as it were. 13 months ago, yeah, it's that long ago, Connor, since we started doing Wonderwall stuff. What do the hosts do? Yeah, so on there, if you go to their Twitch channel page, then it will then be showing my stream on their page. That's what they're doing. They're hosting. That's what that does. So yeah, it's just a relaxed version of the US rules on the Wonderwall. Everything else is pretty much UK through and through. Very similar kind of game, and just answer with numbers. It's a simple game show. Answer with numbers. We've got 21 in the lobby once again. I mean, yes, there's less proofing now, yeah. And I forgot to put the loop on this particular music. Oh well. Looking after number wang. Nah, we don't want to do that. Yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire offering the $1 million was yeah. That one did quite well. Let's put it that way. Millionaire did quite well. Hey, and it's making a return to the US screens as well. I think, from what I can tell, the staging for the new US version is identical? ? To the current UK version. None of that hideous slanted pie, rhombus stuff, parallelograms. None of that. Back to the standard lozenges and new graphics and things like that. So, yeah, it's a limited time specials. It's half celebrities. I mean, still, it's good to see it's good to see proper Millionaire back again. Let's put it that way, eh? We've got another minute before we start this game off. What are the rewards of this quiz show? At the moment, these games are purely for fun. I still need to get around properly to implementing points across all of the game show stuff I do. It's just hell. There's a lot of game show stuff I do now, and maintaining that it's a lot of work. And I don't have that time because I don't do this full time. I have a proper full time job. I do this in my spare time. So yeah, there's a lot of boring admin stuff that I have to do with all the game show stuff, but we will get around to it eventually. But I hope you stick around and have some fun anyway. That's what everyone else does here. They all play for fun, and they all seem to enjoy it. We play some 1 vs 100, if you remember 1 vs 100 back in the day. We play that here. We also do Duel, which was on earlier. Any other US style game shows that we do as well? I think everything else is fairly UK-ish, isn't it? Like 1,000 Heartbeats is very UK. yeah, we're kind of UK based, I guess. Oh yeah, the drop. There you go. The $1 million drop. We do a version of that Doots drop. So Wiki Walker, we speak not of Wiki Walker anymore. Yeah, $1 million Doot drop would definitely count that, because the US did have a version of that. Hello there, B Patrick. Welcome. Right, 30 seconds. No, 15 seconds, and we'll start this game off. So if you want to get in the game, type in the room code MMUM, and we will start the game off. 1,000 Heartbeats. It's weird because you're probably not accustomed to the way we do our game shows now. Pretty much all of our game shows are done like that now, apart from when they're done live. So yeah, they're very, very much like that. And also very experimental with its music, because it's all done live, which I really love. I really love the idea of doing music live. Paul Farrer, it's all Paul Farrer's work through and through. In fact, it's his idea and his music. So yeah, we'll do a good version of it here on Twitch. So stick around if you're intrigued by that. All right, 22 players in. I think it's time to call the lobby. If you're all ready, let's play Winning Lines. He does wear a silly hat, but I don't know. Maybe it suits him. I'm going to turn the master volume up a bit as well, because it's just a little quiet otherwise. So there we go. Say my number if you want to know what your number is and you can't quite see it on screen. And let's just quickly go over the rules if you're not familiar how to play. So you'll get a question in chat, to which the answer will be an integer. If you know the answer, then answer quickly into the Twitch chat or whisper directly to QuizBot3000. If you answer correctly and you answer the fastest on a particular question, then you will advance to looking after number 1. If you answer incorrectly at any time, then you will be knocked out and you will not be able to play any further. Note, be careful of typos, because we do not differentiate on typing mistakes. So be sure that what you type is what you want to answer. If you do not want to answer, you're allowed to not answer at all on a question and just skip that question entirely. Just bear in mind, though, that when we get to maybe question 6, you might as well go for the question anyway and try and put an answer in, because if you don't, then, well, you've just missed your opportunity to move into looking after number 1. Okay. I think that's all that needs to be said. Just the number on its own, Rainbow Fox. So if I was to ask the question, what is 4 squared, you would just need to put in 16 like that. The answer to 4 squared would just be 16. You can technically put a few zeros on the front of it and say something like that if you want, but you only need to put in 16 to count as the answer. But do be careful what you type, because whatever it is in your message will be accepted. So long as it all validates as a number. If you were to put something like 16 and something else like that, then that won't count, because it's not a numerical answer. You have to leave it as just a numerical answer on its own. It might be natty. It might be. Okay. And yeah, if it gets accepted, then your message will get deleted in Twitch chat, which is a good thing. With your message getting deleted, that means it got accepted, and it's trying to hide away what you answered, so you don't give it away from others. All right, if you're all ready, let's play Winning Lines. The answer will always be a number, Rainbow Fox. In this game, everything you answer will be a number. So don't worry about it being red or blue or green or something like that. It's always going to have a numerical answer. And even when we get to Wonderwall, where the answers aren't numbers, you still answer with a number anyway, because of how it works. So if you're all ready, fingers on numbers, and here is your first question. In music, how many horizontal lines feature on a grand staff great stave? How many horizontal lines feature on a grand staff, a great stave? Oh, that music got very distorted. I'm going to have to turn that down again. All right, we will light you pink if you played. we have got 9 players that went with this question. And I have a feeling a lot of people did not quite read the question right. So, a single staff in general sort of standard notation, excluding special cases like drum notation, would have 5. However, we're asking for a grand staff. For example, a piano would use a grand staff. It uses 2 staves tied together. So the answer I was actually looking for in this case was 10. So if you gave the answer of 10, we will light you blue. If you gave anything else, we will light you red. And be thankful that I know my music to be able to explain why this answer is this answer. So, score count, congratulations. You're the only one to get the answer right. So you advance through to looking after number 1. Oh, dear. Yeah, we don't appreciate that, Antoika. That's how it goes. I mean, we may be able to have time to run another game afterwards, but yeah, we had a lot of people eliminated there. So, we lose 3, keep the 9, and the first digit in our winning line is a 9. I'm just going to check how many players we still have left that didn't answer and didn't get eliminated. Yeah, we still have enough. So, if it ever gets to a point where everybody that's still left is eliminated, then you will be brought back into play. So you have to hope that podium numbers 1, 3, 5, 8, 17, 27, 34, 35, 37, 42, 44, 48, and 49 all get an answer wrong in the next 5 questions so that you can then be brought back in. Okay, 1 question down. And if you're ready, fingers and numbers, here comes question number 2. What is 4 squared plus 4? What is 4 squared plus 4? I am nearly prophetic again today. Let's light your pink if you played. Hey, it's all over the place. It's 1, 3, 5, 8. Oh no, Lion didn't answer. Number 17 did not answer on this question, but everybody else did. Oh, and Drahuska didn't on 44. So, I was rather prophetic by saying what is 4 squared earlier. That would have been 16. Add another 4 onto the end, you get 20. So, if you answered 20, we'll light you blue. If you answered anything else, we'll light you red. And everybody getting that one right. Good, good, good. Who was the fastest, though? The fastest player to answer that correctly was Clive a Legend, podium number 49, with a time of 3.85 seconds. And hey, the times work now. Well done, Clive. You are the second player through. 3.85 seconds is indeed fairly fast. Lose the 4, keep the 9, and the second digit in our winning line is another 9. We have 2 9s in our winning line. Can we get any more? No, because 8 Minky got eliminated. So that is the most number of 9s that we can get in our winning line. Yeah, anything under 4 seconds is generally pretty fast. Especially because I delay when the text message words. I can't speak now. I delay when the text message gets sent by approximately a second and a bit to try and account for stream delay. Okay, 2 through, 4 more to find. If you're all ready, fingers on numbers. Here is. Yeah, don't wait for the on-screen question. Wait for it in Twitch chat, Poker Joker, because that will be the earliest that you'll be able to see it. Here is the question. The standard Domino's logo has how many circles in the blue portion in its most recent logo? Standard Domino's logo has how many circles in the blue portion in its most recent logo? Another case of read the full question. We'll light you pink if you played. 4 players going for this one. We were looking for the answer of 2. There are 2 in the blue portion of the Domino's logo and presumably 1 elsewhere. If you answered 2, we will light you blue. for the blue portion. If you answered anything else, we will light you red. Samster is the only one to answer correctly, so Samster will take that next slot. The time of 11.91 seconds. Well played, Samster. Another classic case of read the full question. So yes, the Domino's logo has a 2 and a 1, but it asked for just the blue portion. And winning lines, they love to write questions where they add extra little bits of complications, so you best read the full question before answering. Well, we lose the 3, keep the 7, and our third digit in our winning line is a 7. 997 is our current winning line. 3 through, a lot of reds, 3 places left to find. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players that can take those slots, I think. I think that's 8 total, Matt. If you're all ready, though, careful with those 8, because I'm about to activate the buzzers. Fingers on numbers. Here's the question. How many sides does a heptagon have? Now, you would have been right, egg on your face, if you answered incorrectly there. We'll light your pink if you played. We've got 6 players going for this question. So, we've got an octagon would have been 8. So if you answered 8, that would have been an octagon, but we're not looking at that. Hexagon 6. But a heptagon, that's 7. Heptagon is 7. If you answered 7, we'll light you blue. Anything else, we'll light you red. Ah, no, awesome quintuple 9. What did you go for? Ah, you went for 5. Unfortunately, 5 is the wrong answer. We do have to say goodbye. So the remaining 5 players, though, that got it right. Who was fastest? It was Jerry at podium 48. The time of 3.62 seconds. Well played, Jerry. Second place was Car 7th. Third place was Albacas. Hello there, Egg Fried. Welcome. You back from work now. So, Jerry, we lose the 4, keep the 8. And now, next digit in our winning line is an 8. They're all very high digits. 9978 is our winning line. 2 more slots to find. If you're all ready, fingers on numbers. Do you get anything answering 7 in exactly 7 seconds? Unfortunately, not Poker Joker. Just have the pride of being able to time things perfectly. If you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is your next question. It's 2056, and not only have we discovered 40 more planets in our solar system, but we also blew up Jupiter for being a bit dull. How many planets do the children of 2056 have to learn about? Not only have we discovered 40 more planets in our solar system, but we also blew up Jupiter for being a bit dull. How many planets do they have to learn about in 2056? God damn it, Clive. This is Clive all over. We'll let you pick if you played. So, 4 players electing to go for this question. So, currently, in our present 2020 solar system, we have 8 planets. Unfortunately, Pluto doesn't count. I would love Pluto to still count, but it does not count. So there are currently 8 planets. So we discover 40 more. That makes 48. And then if we blow up Jupiter, that makes 47. So, the answer is 47. If you answered 47, we'll light you blue. If you answered anything else, we will light you red. Well, hey, all 4 players answering correctly. Nicely done. The answer is indeed 47. Who was fastest? Fastest player was Poker Joker. The time of 10.61 seconds. Well played. Oh, very close. 0.09 seconds there away, Car 7th. Very, very close. AM and PM in 3rd place. Applecast in 4th. Poker Joker. Lose the 3, keep the 4. And the next digit in our winning line is a 4. The penultimate digit in our winning line. 4, 7, 8, 9, 9 in numerical order. Oh, that's the emote thing. Okay, fair enough. Right, so we have 1 more place to fill. So those that are still in play, this is your probably your last chance to get through. If you're already fingers on numbers, here's the question. In binary, what number is 101110? 101110. What is that in binary? What is that equivalent to? Light your pink if you played. 3 players went for this question. Yeah, we're answering in decimal. It should be explained that we are... all of the answers we've done so far have been in decimal. Yes, and there's those who understand binary, those who do, those who don't, and those that didn't expect this to be a ternary statement. Yes, absolutely. I failed at that joke. So, 1110, we were looking for in decimal form 46. If you answered 46, we will light you blue. Anything else, we will light you red. Only Car 7th getting that one right. So, Car 7th, you take the last place in looking after number 1. The time of 12.25 seconds. We'll lose that 4, keep the 2, and the last digit in that winning line, that doesn't matter, is a 2. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 9 in numerical order. Absolutely should be worth waiting for. Right! Well, commiserations to those that got knocked out. I will run one more full game of winning lines, because that first question was a bit of a doozy. But now you know to read the whole question before answering. It's not in numerical order, I know, Rainbow, but it's a thing. It's a thing that happens, but I haven't got implemented. Let's put it that way. Okay, 2, the Super 6. Let's play looking after number 1. It's a thing, TM, absolutely. And we have all high digits this time round on looking after number 1. Minimum number 34, maximum number 49. Wow, this is going to be a brutal looking after number 1. And none of them are even numbers, like, 40 is a good number for, like, anniversaries, that kind of thing. But none of these are on a nice, sensible number like that. Well, let's go over the rules quickly, for those that do not know how to play looking after number 1. This game is only for the 6 that are currently in play in looking after number 1. Everyone else, just take a breather, go to the toilet or something, and just get some drink or something. So questions will appear in chat as before, but the answer to each question will only be one of the 6 possible answers that you can see of the 6 podiums currently in play. If you are confident in your answer, then buzz in by typing in the answer in Twitch chat, and if you are first, you will buzz in. If you buzz in with the correct answer, then, depending on if it's your own number, then you will stay in play. You will keep yourself safe. If it is someone else's number, you answer, you get it correct, then you eliminate that other person, whoever owns that number. However, if you buzz in and you answer incorrectly, then regardless of if it is your number or someone else's, you knock yourself out due to an error. If no one buzzes in on a question, then the person attached to that particular question, whoever's number it is, will get eliminated by failing to cover and saving themselves. We keep repeating this process until we have just one player remaining. That makes sense. I think that makes sense for everyone. Simply, if you're fast, you're last. If you're wrong, you're gone. Pretty much that. If you're all ready, let's play looking after number 1. If you're all ready, then, fingers and numbers. Yes, you can type a number that doesn't exist and it will accept that as an answer, so do be careful. If you're all ready, fingers and numbers, here is the question. In degrees Celsius, what is the normal body temperature? We got a buzz in from Samster. We went with 37. The answer we were looking for is 37 remains safe. Clear out the text chat if you need to. Say something else if you've already said something. you're ready, fingers on numbers, here is the next question. Comic strip Flash Gordon was first published in the year 19 what? 5 seconds. That's time. So, no one plumping for this one at all. Oh, I got a whisper from Poker Joker, but too late. So, Poker Joker did answer, and I will say, would have answered 34, his own number, trying to keep himself safe, but answered late. Who's going to get knocked out? The answer that we were looking for was 34. Poker Joker, you were just a bit too late. You knocked yourself out by failing to answer in time. You're in the dark. Unlucky. You did have the right answer, just too slow. And then there were 5. Now the minimum number 37. Remaining players, if you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is the question. What is the answer to the famous dual test question on quiz night? Score counts in first. Kind of unfair if you're a new player around here. Score count went with 42. The correct answer is 42. Cast 7th, you have been knocked out, I'm afraid. You're in the dark. And of course, score count would be the one to get that. Go on there, score count. Give me a factoid on 42. Ready, players, if you are ready, fingers on numbers. Here's the question. A 10-pin bowling lane normally consists of how many wooden boards? How many wooden boards? Jerry's in first. Elected the answer 48, their own number. The answer that we were looking for is 39. It's the wrong answer, Jerry. You've knocked yourself out. You're in the dark. It's not really a strange question because as someone that has played a lot of bowling in the past, I use the boards to as a better way of judging where I'm standing on the lane, and I knew at the very least that there are an odd number of boards because the central board is not split in twain, it's actually an actual board, so it had to be an odd number at the very least. And out of those, then if I was sitting as Jerry, as the only even player, I wouldn't have bothered answering. So 3 players left in play, 37, 39 and 49. If you're ready, fingers on numbers, here is the question. Harry S. Truman put forward the fair deal in his State of the Union in the year 19 what? Score count is in first. Went with the answer of 49. Correct answer we were looking for was 49. It's the correct answer. Clive, you've been knocked out by a Brit. You're in the dark. And we have Blur-O-Vision has returned. Let's turn off the post-processing so we can still see what's going on. So we have Samster at podium 37 and score count at podium 39. Just 2 numbers separating them. One will advance to the Wonderwall, one will take second place. If you're both ready, fingers on numbers, here is your question. In a game of darts, if I hit treble 2, double 4 and the outer bull, what was my score for that turn? Score counts in first. Went with 37. So, treble 2 is a 6. Double 4 is an 8. 6 and 8 is, I think, 14. The outer bull is 25. 14 and 25, I think, adds up to 39. It's your own number. You answered incorrectly. You knocked yourself out on darts, no less. And Samster takes the prize of first place and will advance to the Wonderwall. What is it with you and darts, Skulker? I don't know. Totally did it for the meme. Absolutely you did. Congratulations, Samster. You have advanced through to the Wonderwall. Let's get straight onto it. Here is that Wonderwall. And quickly go through the rules. You know how this works, but for anyone watching along that doesn't know, there will be 49 answers on the wall, each with a number 1 through 49. question will come up, and I want to know what the answer is, and you give me the answer by giving me the number in Twitch chat. 20 correct answers in 4 minutes, and you win yourself 1 million squares of prize money. Get an answer wrong, you get a strike, 3 strikes, and you are out. You do have 2 passes, you do have 2 pits as well. Each pit is worth 15 seconds of time. And that's all she wrote. What's the command for making go faster again? Say fast or V-fast, Sapster. You can also focus on the left, middle, and right side of the screen as well by going L, M, R, or left, mid, right, I believe. Those are all of the additional commands you'll need. And if you're ready, let's play Wonderwall! And let's reveal the answers, please. This is your Wonderwall. What the heck is that answer on number 40? What is that answer on 40? If you're ready, Samster, here is your first question. Who stars as Dr. Rumak in the film Airplane? I can't even tell what is on answer 40 because we're moving. Incorrect answer. Correct answer was Leslie Nielsen. Which Valve game became a free-to-play game on Steam in 2018? If there is, then there is, Matt. No point in indicating it. Gonna pass. On what road do the Griffins live in Family Guy? Difficult if you don't watch Family Guy. No, we're going fast. Gotta go fast. Now I really can't read what 40 is. Spooner Street is correct. Parker and Barrow were surnames of which infamous criminal duo? You've used a minute of your time. Bonnie and Clyde is correct. Which 60s animated Disney film features an orangutan named King Louie? Incorrect. Correct answer was The Jungle Book. Your bailout is now active. According to the saying, dogs have owners, cats have what? Gotta watch those typos. Slaves is correct. Which classic movie ends with the line, "It was beauty killed the beast"? 2.5 minutes remaining. Can't get a question wrong, though. Do have 1 pass. You have both pits still intact. There is your first pit. Here's the question again. Which classic movie ends with the line, "It was beauty killed the beast"? You're just looking for the answer. Well, we've still got another 5 seconds to use. Currently at 7,500 squares of prize money, and you are now back in play. King Kong is correct. What is the surname of both a 20th century UK Prime Minister and a 20th century US President? What is the surname? Wilson is correct. But just over 2 minutes left. Which Scottish singer you're going to pass that one. No more passes. What do you have at the end of your arms? What do you have in the arms? You have hands, absolutely. Which dam named after US president would you find on the state border of Nevada? Hoover is correct. Enoki, shiitake, and shimeji are types of which Japanese food? Mushroom is correct. Who won season 20 of the US game show Survivor? Pass. Pit even. This is your last pit. Here's the question again. Who won season 20 of the US game show Survivor? You cannot get a question wrong. You're on 30,000 squares of prize money. Minute 38 left on your clock, and we're back in play. Sandra is correct. What is the currency the Legend of Zelda franchise called? What is the currency of the Legend of Zelda? Rupee is correct. In biological taxonomy, what is the rank higher than kingdom? 1 minute and 20 left on your clock. Still can't get a question wrong. No more passes, no more pits. Domain is correct. Which animal is the symbol of the Worldwide Fund for Nature? Panda is correct. On which island is New York's Bronx District? You have 1 minute left. Currently at 70,000 squares of prize money. 8 away from the million. It can be done. 50 seconds left. Yes, we did ring, Panda. 45 seconds. Where is that answer? It's up there somewhere. 30 seconds remaining. Or have we just lost Samster? 20 seconds left. You might as well bail if you don't know it. 15 seconds left. You're thinking 15 seconds. 10 seconds. You do need to bail if you need to leave the money. If you want to leave the money, 5 seconds. There is the bail. Took a while. Didn't get an answer at the end. Let's have a look what that actually answer was. It was Manhattan. New York Bronx District is in Manhattan. The other questions he passed on which Valve game became a free-to-play game on Steam in 2018. That was CSGO. And the Scottish singer that co-hosted BBC One's Red Alert, that was Lulu. And I just want to see what the text of bloody Answer 40 says. It says, what animal did the Meldrews find frozen to death in their freezer? How has a question appeared as an answer? What? How has a question appeared as an answer? This is Jeopardy! That's a proper Jeopardy, that is. Jesus Christ. What animal did the Meldrews find frozen to death in their freezer? I'm really curious as to why it's done that and why it's not capitalised as well. That's really bizarre. Okay, well, that's Jeopardy, folks. Good game there, Samsty. Got up to 70,000 squares of prize money, 12 of 20. Let's get one more game in while we're going. I'm pretty sure I capitalised the question as well. Odd. Huh, okay. Well, we shall see what happens in the future. In fact, while we're waiting for it to reboot itself, and I go to that mode so you can still see some other stuff on screen. The Meldrews. Let's have a look at the format of that. Well, your question is there, but that's interesting. That's interesting, that one. Okay, well, we will just gloss over that for the time being, shall we? And we have another intro to play. It's Spinning Lines, where anything can happen. And here's your host, some person that doesn't know what's going on. This is Not Quite Jeopardy. Hello again. Waves at camera. Let's get the lobby open. There's the lobby open. HDBS. Hard drive bullshit. Absolutely. That's a proper high definition bullshit. The panda is back. Must be back from the trip. That one got messed up, did it? Oh, I wonder if that's still sitting around then in a really weird format. Interesting. High definition blur screens. That sounds about right. I'll actually preempt that and turn the side cameras off on their post-processing. Hey, we're up to 24 now. We've got more players. We have more players. Goodness me. Yeah, that's how we get to you, H2 Happy Dude. That's how we get to you. Is we apply, we just do the same thing over and over again, and you're just like, oh, I want another game, oh, another one again, and that's when you come back for next week's stream. Viewer retention. I mean, that's pretty accurate, Poker Joker. That's pretty accurate. I mean, you know, I am literally a one-man quiz show, game show developer. I am not a production house. So the fact that I could get at least this working is a miracle. How do I survive? What, in this box here? In this here box? I don't know how I survive at all. How many game shows do I have in rotation? So we've got winning lines, 1 versus 100, million duke drop, 1,000 heartbeats, impossible, wipeout, that WW game we never speak of anymore. Anything else? We also did Only Connect at one point. We have Duel. Obviously, we have Duel. We also did the Chase once as well. How did you wipe out live? Difficult. with great difficulty, Rainbow Fox. We do it though. So everyone bids at the same time, and it's like an opening, so it's like a bid phase, and then we reveal the answers after the bidding is done. So it's sort of like you submit your answers in secret, and then we reveal what happened. So it's a weird way of doing it, but it kind of works. It's not as popular as the others on Quiz Night. Not as popular as like 1 versus 100 is, at the very least. Well, we may run Only Connect again in future. We did a short tournament format at the end of last year, so we may do another Only Connect at some point. Who knows? It's not on the list of things for me to do presently, but it could be something that if someone wants to take the reins of, then they can run with it and do a hosted thing. Oh yeah, also Avanti and Outro, can't forget Avanti and Outro, that Egg and Score Count host. They've done 2 episodes of that now, and I'm sure that's gonna become a more regular thing in future as well. We can probably do some Only Connect at Quiz Night Live, absolutely. There's other things we definitely want to do at Quiz Night Live which we wouldn't be able to do in other situations, like Poker Face. We've got the idea we want to do that. We also want to do the Vault, because we'll be able to have both a combination of in studio, quote unquote, players as traders, and also on Twitch chat as well. So we'll be able to do proper version of the Vault, as it were. As we go through the keyhole. No, that's not happening. May have a plan. I'll need to speak to Ben about it. But we might do like a name that tune kind of thing as well. Because I could play a trumpet, he could play piano stuff, we could sing as well. The bank job, jeez, nah, not the bank job. I'm not so fond of that. I'll be more intrigued on doing. Yeah, it's a good format, but nah, yeah. The upright organ. Well, I mean, he does. I think Royal Flush can play the proper organ. What else? Yeah, okay. I mean, you can feel free to do so. The family friend tag is not on. You may notice those long-standing viewers, I just don't put that tag on anymore because it doesn't really do anything. The tag makes no difference to my viewer attention whatsoever. So I let loose because I don't really have a filter with what I say. I generally speak quite not cussively, but every now and then they do just slip out. Mainly because of bugs that happen that really irritate me. That kind of thing. Who are we waiting for again? There was someone that say they were just away for a moment. B. Patrick. We will start the game off in 1 minute. Gives me enough time to get a little bit of drink down as well. Yeah, just be measured with your language. Just don't go excessive, obviously. Still remain within the Twitch terms of service, please. If you're excessively vulgar or just excessively spammy, then we will time you out. And if you keep doing it, then we will ban you. Simple, really. It's basically, all boils down to, just don't be a dick. Basically. Don't be a dick. Be kind unto others. 15 seconds and we will start the first game off. So because of me, I learnt that CSGO is free to play and currently downloading it. I'm so sorry, H2O, but yes, that is indeed true. I kind of fell out of playing CSGO and that before that actually happened, but yeah. What's on some... Very good, Connor, very good. Okay. By the way, score count? I was about to start the game, but you've got a by the way going on, so this is a pending sentence. I've got to have a replacement. Well, my GPU is fairly old, H2O. I've got a new graphics card literally sitting behind me that I need to install. I just haven't had the opportunity to do so because there's risk of it affecting stream. You know, if it all goes wrong, then the stream doesn't work. When you go out in the woods today, what are you likely to find? Maybe Clive. Okay, well, that's time. Let's go on to, let's play Winning Lines. This is your last opportunity to play Winning Lines tonight. Go and say my numbers if you need to say my numbers. Let's quickly go over the rules again. There's going to be a question. That question has a number for its answer. Give me the number in Twitch chat if you want to answer. If you're correct and fast, i.e. the fastest, then you win and you go through to the next round. If you give the answer and it's wrong, you get eliminated, you go red. It's all bad news for you. You can choose to not answer, but doing so on the last question is probably not a good idea. So, simply put a number in Twitch chat where you think is the answer, and if it is the answer, then good. And read the whole question, because if you don't read the whole question, you'll probably get it wrong. Please see before on the last game. Also, be careful of typos. Twitch chat is a dumb machine. It doesn't know if you typoed. And yes, we did have a 49 last time. Why is your stream screen and audio dropped drastically? I don't know, Rainbow Fox. You might need to refresh and or something else is going on. I know one of the Twitch extension things, Francoface or Beta TV, added audio compression as a new feature as its player, but don't know if that's anything to do with it. All right, well, if you're all ready, let's play Winning Lines. If you're all ready, fingers on the numbers. And here is question number 1. If you walk 3,520 yards, how many miles have you covered? I would walk 3,520 yards. How many miles have I actually covered? We will light you pink if you played. We've got 6 players going for this one. These old English imperial measures. So, 3,520 yards is equivalent to 2 miles. 1 mile is 1,760 yards. Multiply that by 2, you get to 3,520. So the answer we're looking for was 2. If you gave me 2, you're going to go blue. If you gave me anything else other than 2, you won't go blue, you'll go red, and we'll say goodbye. Podium number 34. No, what did you do? Was it AM in the PM? I think it may have been AM in the PM. You gave the answer of 1. I'm afraid that is wrong. We have to say goodbye. Unlucky. Well, went for the answer at least. Went with some guts, but unfortunately no glory at the end. To the 5 that got it right, though, who was fastest? It was Matt the Ref with a time of 3.94 seconds. Who was second fastest? It was Jerry with 4.54, fairly close behind. And then Poker Joker, third place, 13.62. Ace Show Happy Dude, 14.04. And Ape, 14.9. So, Matt, first through. Lose the 3, keep the 7. And the first digit in our winning line is a 7. Again, the winning line means nothing at the moment because I still haven't implemented it. And if you didn't answer, there's no penalty. There's no penalty for not answering. It's just you don't get the opportunity to actually advance in that slot. So there are now 5 more opportunities left to get into looking after number 1. If you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is question number 2. Which US testing area is referred to as Dreamland by multiple sources, including a non-fiction book by David Darlington? Which US testing area is referred to as Dreamland by multiple sources, including a non-fiction book by David Darlington? Right, well, like you pink if you played. Just 3 answering this question. Which US testing area? It's got to be Area 51, hasn't it? 51 is what we're looking for. So, if you gave me 51, we'll light you blue. Anything else, we will light you red. Ah, no. Pony number 9. B. Patrick, I presume that's going to be you. Unfortunately, no. 7's not the right answer. So, at this time, we're going to have to say goodbye. Remaining 2 players, Lingo and Panda. Who was the fastest? It was Lingo Maniac, podium number 30 with a time of 7.81 seconds. Well done, Lingo. Panda 0.17 seconds behind. Ooh, very close. Very, very close. You were thinking it can't be that obvious. Well, unfortunately it was. Mobile is harder. It's a tough question. Well, Lingo Maniac, congratulations, you're through. We lose the 3, keep the 0. And the second digit in our winning line is a 0. 7 and 0 currently in our winning line. That doesn't mean anything. 4 more slots to fill. We've lost 2 players so far. The remaining players, fingers on numbers. Here is question number 3. In 2015, the UK National Lottery's main game changed from a pool of 49 numbers to how many? UK National Lottery used to have 49 numbers. Now, how many does it have? It's only going to be easy if you're familiar with the UK Lotto. We'll light you pink if you played. Just the bottom 3 rows there. 5 players going for this one. So, it went from 49 to 59. They added 10 numbers to the sequence. 59 is now the pool of numbers to pick from. If you go 59, we'll light you blue. Anything else, we'll light you red. Hey, all 5 getting it right. Nicely done. Now, critical question. Who was fastest? Fastest player was a score count with a time of 4.49 seconds. Car 7th was second within nearly a second, and then Connor just shortly behind Car 7th. Please just give you a good. Well, we can only do what RNG gives us, Rainbow Fox. Maybe there'll be a math question coming up. So, score count. We lose you to keep the 5. Next digit in our winning line is a 5. Wow. I'm just going to have a quick look to see what else we can do. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, fair enough. I was going to say something, but then that would be revealing some very personal information, so I'm not going to. 3 players are through. 3 players yet to find. Question number 4 coming up. If you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is that question. How many minutes are played in a regulation NBA basketball game without overtime? How many minutes are played in a regulation NBA basketball game without overtime? Now, I know that I would have gotten this right because I messed up on this with Avanti and Outro. We'll let you pink if you played. There are 10 players that elected to go for this question. So, much to my mistake during that Avanti and Outro episode, an NBA basketball game period lasts 12 minutes. and there are 4 periods in a regulation game without overtime. So 12 times by 4 will get you to 48. So if you answered 48, we'll light you blue. If you answered anything else, we will light you red. Oh, we have a smattering of reds there. So Awesome Quintuple 9 went with 60. H2O Happy Dude went with 90. Panda went with 40. Volkov went with 40. And Poker Joker went with 60. I'm afraid to you 5. At podiums 3, 6, 11, 18, and 45, we have to say goodbye. Yeah, the Panda can get questions wrong as well. Not completely infallible. So the remaining 5 that did get it right. Who was fastest? It was 8Minky, podium 15 with a time of 4.69 seconds. Ooh, it was close to second place there. Shadowmane, 4.96, just reverse those last 2 digits around. Very well done. So we lose the 1, keep the 5. And our 4th digit is another 5. 0557 in numerical order. Whew, okie dokie. So we have 2 more places to find. Maybe done in 2 questions, we'll find out. To the remaining players that have not been knocked out, fingers on numbers. Here comes question number 5. At what age in the UK can you be tried as an adult for murder? At what age in the UK can you be tried as an adult for murder? Interesting question, this one. We will light you pink if you played. It's nice to know I exist in this huge bubble of Twitch. Well, thank you very much for participating, H2O. And yes, lurking is completely fine here as well. If you don't want to play, that's also fine. Just spread the love of games and quiz shows around to anyone else you do know that might be interested. It's great to just see more and more people around for that kind of thing. That are interested in that kind of thing. So we have 5 players that were brave enough to go for this question. So, due to some very weird quirk in the law, at what age you can be tried as an adult for murder in the UK is 10. Apparently, you can be tried as an adult for murder at the age of 10. So if you answered 10, we will light you blue. If you answered anything else, we will light you red. Youch! All the players that answered got that wrong. So, we have no one advancing on this question. Does mean we do another question 5. So, those that did not answer that question, you've just been granted an easier entry into looking after number 1 now. I don't know, Samster. I think we've had proper dead questions before, but not with that many, I don't think. But anyway, the remaining players that are still in play and have not been eliminated, fingers and numbers, and here is another question number 5. The present Queen of the UK has what regnal number? Okay, more UK stuff. Hopefully a slightly easier UK question. Present Queen of the UK has what regnal number? We'll light you pink if you played. We have just 2 answers in. Wow, just 2. So, what is regnal number? So, if you think of Henry VIII, the regnal number of Henry VIII is 8. Queen Elizabeth, present, is Queen Elizabeth II. So, we were looking for 2 as our answer. Gave the answer of 2, then we'll light you blue. Anything else, we will light you red. And the 2 players that plumped for the question got it right. Who was fastest? It was Clive at podium 42 with a time of 3.69 seconds. And Rainbow Fox was off by a good 13.3 seconds. So, quite a wide margin there, but hey, if Clive hadn't answered Rainbow Fox, you would have been through. Nevertheless, Clive, you are through. We lose the 4, keep the 2. And our 5th digit in our winning line is a 2. 02557 in numerical order. So we have just one place left to find. This might be, I'm saying that loosely, this might be the last question, or we may have another do-over question, I don't know. But this is probably your last chance now to get through to looking after number 1 for this evening. So you might as well go for it, even if you don't really know the answer. If you're all ready, fingers and numbers, here comes the question. The Lumiere brothers' groundbreaking film, Workers Leaving the Lumiere factory in Lyon, lasted for how many seconds? It's the same question, but in simple format. It's the question that has appeared in Duel, but in simple question format. Just go for it. So, we will light you pink if you played. 4 players going for this question. We were looking for... I wonder if someone got it. We were looking for the answer 46. Yeah, Workers Leaving the Lumiere factory in Lyon lasted for 46 seconds. Let's hope anyone remembers or forgets. If you answered 46, we will light you blue. If anyone answered anything else other than 46, you will light your red. Someone got it right! Storm Vision at podium 35. Congratulations, you got it right! Good memory, sir. Good memory. You definitely deservedly take that last podium place for remembering that. We lose the 3, keep the 5. And the last digit is another 5. We've got 3 5s in our winning line. 02557. Well played indeed. So that is the last 49ers for this evening. Hard luck to those who did not make it through, but I hope you'll stick around at least to the end to watch some more Wonderwall. So in the meantime, let's go over and say hello to our Super 6 that got through, and let's play some Looking After number 1. Now, this was slightly more spread out, all the way down from 15 up to 42. Here are the rules once again. Hopefully. Here are the rules once again. So, much like round 1, except there's only 6 possible answers. 15, 25, 30, 35, 37 and 42. Again, if you want to buzz in, well, if you want to answer, then make it quick and snappy. If you're the first answer, you buzz in. If you buzz in with the correct answer, if it's your own number, you're safe. If it's someone else's number, you eliminate that other person. If you buzz in and it's a wrong answer, you will knock yourself out regardless of if it's your number or not. If no one answers in the time allotted for a question, then whoever's number it is, they will get eliminated. We repeat until there is one standing. Who's still standing at the end of the game? One of you will be. Let's find out. Let's play Looking After number 1. And if all 6 of you are ready, fingers and numbers, here is your question. What number wedding anniversary is typically represented by coral? 5 seconds. Wow, no one going for it. What number wedding anniversary is typically represented by coral? Scorecat thinks it's him or ape. Anybody in chat looking around? Any ideas of what the answer could be? Ape Minky's also thinking the same. Also, Quintuple 9 thinking 35. The correct answer is... It is 35. Well played. Also, Quintuple 9, unfortunately not in the game. Storm Vision, you did not answer. It was your number. You have been knocked out. You are in the dark. And then there were 5. Ape and Score Count breathing a sigh of relief there, as it was not their number. For the remaining players, if you're ready, fingers or numbers, here is the next question. According to Deep Thought, what is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? Clive has buzzed in, went with the answer of 42. The answer we're looking for was 42, remains in play. Clear out chat if you need to by saying something else in Twitch chat. Otherwise, you will be penalised for saying the same thing twice in a row. If you're all ready, fingers on numbers for the next question. And that next question is... According to Douglas Adams... Clive buzzed in first. Was it the same question or is it just worded differently? It's a different question. It's the same answer with the same context, but it is a different question. It's a different question. I was like... I'm sure it didn't read start as according to Douglas Adams' Yeah, it's a different question. Yeah, do you trust Douglas Adams or deep thought? Well, Clive has buzzed in with the answer 42. The correct answer is 42 remains in play. So yeah, those that accuse of repeat questions, technically they're not repeat questions. Remaining 5 players, you might want to clear out chat again if you want to. And if you're ready, fingers on numbers, as we go on to the next question. How many cents is the American quarter worth? Ling goes in first. Went with the answer of 25. The correct answer is 25. It is the right answer. Score count, that was your number. You've been knocked out. You're in the dark. And then there were 4. I keep forgetting I have a cutaway button at this point as well, so I could just keep cutting away to say hello, wave. 4 players left in play. 15, 30, 37, and 42. If you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here comes the next question. How many sides does 3 trapezoids and a triangle? How many sides have 3 trapezoids and a triangle? Ape buzzed in first, went with 15. Correct answer is 15 remains in play. There at chat if you need to. And if you're ready, fingers on numbers, here comes the next question. At what age did Vincent van Gogh die? Words. At what age did Vincent van Gogh die? Clive buzzed in first. Went with 42, trying to cover their own answer. The correct answer is 37. It's not your number, Clive. And you've answered incorrectly. You've knocked yourself out. You're in the dark. And then there were 3, 15, 30, and 37. One of you will advance to the Wonder Wall that is behind me. It's over in that direction, over that way, over that way, over that way. Over there. Wonder Wall's over there. One of you will advance to that. It's not Van Gogh Scooter Dust though. If you pronounce it the Dutch way, it's got a lot of in it, like hoch or something like that, something approximating that. But it's definitely not go. I can tell you now, it's definitely not go. So, Ape, Lingo, Matt the Ref, fingers and numbers. Here comes your next question. Green Day asks you to wake me up when September ends, but on which day of the month would that be? Lingo first. Went with 30. Correct answer is 30. Remains in play. Clear out chat if you need to. I pronounce it Van Gogh. Oh, you would do, Samster. Vincent Van Clanfair. It's a joke. The remaining 3 players, fingers on numbers. Here is your next question. It's 2032 and Disney have gone insane. In the space of 12 years, they've released 20 more numbered Star Wars sequels after the one released in 2019. How many numbered Star Wars movies are there? Matt buzzed in very early. Went with 37. The answer that we were looking for was 37 remains safe in play. Yeah, that's the problem with this particular part of the game, is you just have to go with the gut a lot of the time. 3 players. If you're ready, fingers on numbers. Here is your next question. In the original Who Wants to Be a Millionaire format, how many questions did the hot seat player have to answer correctly to win $1 million? 8 Minky buzzed in with the answer of 15. The answer that we were looking for was 15. Remains safe, remains in play. Clear out chat if you need to. We could be here a while, Matt, but we keep going until only one survives. Who will still be standing at the end of the game? Let's find out by going through another question. And that question is, if you were to look at the metric measure on a 12-inch ruler, how many centimeters would it span? Lingomaniac went with 30. The answer that we were looking for is 30. Remains safe, remains in play. Still with 15, 30, and 37 as our possible answers. It really is tense, Samster. I don't know if this music's going to... I'm about to say, is this music on loop or not? I don't think it is, because we've just faded out. Well, we have to keep going in silence now, which is even more tense. If you're all ready, fingers and numbers, here is the next question. Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus for how many pieces of silver? Ape is in first. Went with the answer of 30. The answer that we were looking for was 30 is the right answer. Lingo, that's your number. You've been knocked out by It Minky. You're in the dark. And we are left with 8 Minky at 15 and Matt the Ref at 37. And I preemptively turned off the post-process effects on the cameras so that we didn't get blur vision straight away. But we don't get bloom, unfortunately. So one of you will advance to the Wonderwall. One of you will take second place in this very tense looking after number one. The two of you are ready. Fingers on numbers. Here is potentially the crucial question. How many plays did Shakespeare write? 8 Minkies in first. Went with 15. Trying to cover their own number. The answer that we were looking for was 37. It's not your number, 8 Minky. You knocked yourself out. Matt, you have managed to advance to the Wonderwall. Hard luck, 8 Minky, but that was very well fought. Well fought from all 6 of you, actually, throughout all of that. And yes, the dual stats boy is in the Wonderwall. Speaking of which, you are now up against the Wonderwall. And here are the rules. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, we know the rules. You definitely know the rules, don't you, Matt? Let's just get on with it. Let's play Wonderwall. And now I switch to this mode, and they go... Reveal the answers, please! Well, let's hope not for a crash out, Matt? Get on with the quiz! Here's your 15 seconds of inspection time. Hopefully some of those make sense. And if you're ready, here is your first question. A Smurf's height is said to be 3 of which fruit? Passing it. In what nation is the headquarters for the automaker Saab? Don't forget you can change the speed. You can also focus left, middle, right. Sweden is correct. Minecraft's Creeper was made as a result of a failed attempt at making which farmyard animal? Gonna pass. No more passes left. What is a cashew? The ever-present question. What is a cashew? It's a very Vsauce style kind of question, that, isn't it? No. Correct answer is a seed. Which Peanuts character offers psychiatric help for a nickel? No, correct answer was Lucy. Ballarat is already active in chess. What piece is said to move in an L shape? And there we go. Bailing out with 179.74 seconds remaining. No more passes. So the Creeper was a failed attempt at making a pig. Smurf's height is said to be 3 apples tall. Not apples, apples. And chess, a knight moves in an L shape. Thank you for the 85 bits there, Elmeister. Yeah, I'm doing well. But you have just reached the end of the stream, unfortunately, Elmeister. So, yeah, I'm about to bring it to a close. But thank you for the 85 bits. Greatly appreciated. Right. So, yeah. I mean, it's not a total crash out there, Matt. You got one. You got one. So a peanut is a legume, I want to say a peanut is a legume. Rather than a nut. And then, a cashew is a seed. Cashew seed, yes. With a cashew apple. For those not familiar with a cashew apple. So you got 1 out of the 5 questions right. Is it better than 94? It's slightly better. Oh, you got well. We've had nut questions in the past, Clive. So I'm gonna. Given you've written, I think I totaled it up earlier. You have already. Have you succeeded in breaking the 1,000 barrier? Even though I said stop writing questions. Let's quickly tot up the Clive total. We have 996. You are 4 away. You're 4 away. Don't write anymore, please. Leave it at 999 and just say that's it. So we've got plenty of questions. If you haven't been paying attention to the Discord, we definitely don't need questions and answers. I'm just going to turn that off for the moment, bring that mode in, and also reactivate the webcam so you can see my face again. How do I do that? I press that button and you should be able to see my face again. Hello there. If you do want to write some questions for some of the game shows that we do on Quiz Night, then join the Discord and get up on the quiz writing website, which is all linked in the Discord. And who knows, your question might come up on a future stream. We certainly have a lot of them to go through. So, future things. Friday, we have more Duel. We have 2 more Duel Truels to play out in this mega week. And then we will also have on Saturday, we will also have an additional Truel. Maybe 2. We don't know. Wait, sorry, it's only the 1 tomorrow. I can't count. The number of... It's only the 1. Sorry, the 1 Truel on Friday. Potentially 2 on Saturday. That was the way around it should have been. So 1 Truel on Friday, possibly 2 on Saturday, depending on how John/Duplis can deal with it. Probably not due to reasons with moving, building due to COVID, etc. If you're in an area that's affected by COVID, then stay safe, keep washing your hands and all that. If you're getting, if you're getting ill, and just stay out of trouble. Basically, stay out of trouble, and we'll get through it. So that's the immediate future. We do have, if you're around next Friday, not the Friday coming up, but the Friday after, there will be some Million Doot Drop action happening, which is a bit more special because it uses a Twitch extension rather than Twitch chat, but plays in a nice simple way, and everyone has fun moving around a Million Doots. So Million Doot Drop, a good new favourite, I think, for everyone. And also, yes, we do need to arrange your Truel at some point. I need to get in touch with the other 2 parties as well. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this evening. That's literally what I just mentioned, Egg, is that we need to. That's literally what I mentioned. So that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for playing. Come join for some more Duel on Friday and Saturday, and some Million Doot Drop next Friday. In the meantime, I've been Ash the Bash.